So a little more about some compost here. I do have these pots that I have made to plant more like, flower things in it rather than like fruit and vegetable bearing plants. And I do have a recipe that I have for this. And I use in all these. It's 3 layers. Actually, I want to show you over here real quick. It's over by the other compost in my yard. I have a garden that I let my mother use, so she can have her own little thing. I can do my own little thing on its own. Let me see here. Right, you can kind of see it there. That patch of dirt was sand. Over the course of several gardening seasons when we first moved to this house, had to till it, mix in mulch and things like that to get it to where it is actual proper dirt soil today. So what I like to do is I put a nice thin layer of dirt. You can kind of see this one because it's clear. So let me show you. So it looks all black now because it started to decompose. But down here, you can see there's the dirt layer. I have my compostable layer. This is an in-ground compost. You cannot start planting until this is fully decomposed. And this is almost done. If you do that, it will deprive your plants of oxygen. And then this layer is thicker than it looks because it has decomposed and shrunk. And you can see I've had to fill it up a couple times once it's decomposed and shrunk down. And none of these pots have drainers in the bottom. I don't like drains in the bottom of my pots. None of them do, not even that big one. And the ones that do, I fill them with super glue. Because I would rather have, it's just a technique I like to use. Some people do their own thing, I'm not going to stop them. But if you do that like how I do, you need to do this. Once you've had your 3 layers, sorry, I forgot to explain the last layer. The last layer is just actual potting soil that you'd buy from the store. And that's the 3 layers right there. This one is really high on the top layer. This one here is actually probably the most perfect one I made. I can't show you, unfortunately, because it's not clear. But you want to have up to here with dirt, about that much compost, and you only want to have a thin layer of top soil. But if you do it in ground or a direct lay compost like all these ones have here, you do need to stab them with something. I use a gardening shear here, or not gardening shear, barbecue fork here, and then you just stab them down a few times. Just get some oxygen down there because it will not decompose if it does not get oxygen and it does not get water. And every day I bump another bucket of water on here, not bucket. I use less and less as I go on. This one's almost done, so I'm just putting like several ounces of water in it now. You got to remember, with no drain at the bottom, you need to also add less water over time. But if you're going to do an in-ground compost, I would highly recommend doing a layered system. You can find your own layers you like. I have my 3 layers that I like to use. And you have to make sure that your compost is fully decomposed. Things like most fruits and vegetables will take about 4 weeks. So that is another conclusionary on my journey through my compost, my garden. I will catch you next time when I have actually a little more progress going here. Next time I see you guys, I should have my avocado plant starting to go, and I should probably get these potatoes in here in about 3 days. So catch you then.